Yo, what's up everyone? Today we are unpacking a wild, trade-heavy 4-round mock for 2026 that turns the board upside down and makes you rethink every team's aorta level needs. I'm not here to just recite picks. I'm here to break down the moves, the psychology behind them, and what they signal about the league's direction. And yes, I'll sprinkle my takes throughout because that's what you came for. From the jump, this mock isn't shy about fireworks. 4 trades in round 1 mean teams aren't just drafting. They're reshuffling the entire chessboard, which tells us a few big things about 2026 NFL strategy. Value is shifting, positional scarcity is evolving, and front offices are embracing dynamic paths to fix long-standing gaps. Personally, I think the most telling trend is how teams are willing to pay premium to jump ahead for specific players who fit a clear identity, whether that's a disruptive edge rusher, a multi-positional lineman, or a lockdown cover corner. What makes this really interesting is how those choices ripple into days 2 to 4, forcing teams to rethink internal development plans and cap management in real time. Let's dive into the core ideas driving this mock and my hot takes on each one, along with what people might be missing about the bigger picture. 1. Quarterback market dynamics are destabilizing traditional draft tiers. The Jets reportedly land a quarterback early in a way that reframes how teams value the position relative to the rest of the class. My take: when you see a scenario where a team trades up for a signal caller despite multiple other glaring needs, it signals that teams believe the quarterback edge can be the quickest path to sustain success, not just a single-season fix. From my perspective, this isn't about propping up a bust narrative or chasing buzz. It's about locking in a franchise identity before a volatile free agent tide or a changing coaching staff can derail long-term planning. What this implies is a shift towards short-window, high-impact moves at the top of the board, which could accelerate QB-driven power shifts in the AFC and NFC alike. A deeper takeaway: the QB cost of admission is rising, which compresses the value of premium non-QB talent at the top, creating more dramatic first-round swings in the next few drafts. What people might miss is how this dynamic interacts with cap realities and rookie scale deals. Teams are betting that the right quarterback accelerates a rebuild fast enough to offset the premium price tag. 2. Edge rush and defensive versatility rise as premium assets. The mock features multiple selections aimed at upgrading the pass rush or the back seven with athletic, multi-use defenders. Here's why that matters. Disruptive linemen and cover players aren't just about sacks or picks, they reposition an entire defense's philosophy. Personally, I think the emphasis on players who can play multiple spots, edge or inside, or slot or box, speaks to a league-wide shift toward flexible game plans that adapt to offensive trends and quarterback mobility. What this means in practice is teams can deploy them in more packages, keep offenses guessing, and still manage roster flexibility as the salary cap tightens around premier players. A key caveat many overlook: these players often require robust coaching and scheme fit. If the coaching staff can't maximize the versatility, the high-floor talent might not translate to the instantly impactful results some fans expect. This broader trend hints at a future where defensive scheming is almost as dynamic as offensive playbooks. 3. O-line and interior line talent are being prioritized as the backbone of sustainable success. A number of picks target guard center versatility and left tackle length, signaling that teams view frontline protection as a flagship learning from the last era's offensive explosions. My angle: great lines make or break the quarterback's development arc and the run game's efficiency, which in turn protects young arms and expands play-action opportunities. From my perspective, the emphasis on athletic, long tackles and versatile interior blockers is a bet on longevity. Front offices are betting that durable protection correlates with lower variance in passing attack efficiency over a rookie-to-start timeline. What many people don't realize is how much this influences free agency strategy and trade parity. If you shore up the line now, you can absorb future cap hits for the quarterback without reckless risk, creating a more balanced competitive window across the league. 4. Trade activity signals a new era of capital efficiency in the draft. The mock doesn't shy away from moving assets. 5th and 4th round picks changing hands to climb the board for leverage on top prospects. What stands out to me is the willingness to pay up with mid-round currency to secure a specific player who fits a clearly defined team-building plan. In my opinion, this shift points to a league where teams value tactical flexibility and windowed competitiveness more than ever, choosing to leverage pick equity rather than waiting to find a cheaper, later alternative who might not hit as cleanly. A deeper question this raises: are we approaching a saturation point where the premium for premium players creates a more volatile mid to late portion of the draft? It's a trend worth watching because it could affect how teams structure drafts for the next few years. Deeper insight: the macro story is about speed, specificity, and scaffolding. This draft suggests teams want immediate play-driving talent who can slot into existing schemes with minimal friction, especially at the quarterback, edge, and offensive line positions. If those players hit, teams can accelerate culture shifts and performance improvements in roughly 2 to 3 seasons, much faster than the old, slow-burn rebuilds. If they miss, the ripple effects on cap accounting and draft capital can be painful, but the strategic payoff remains appealing to front offices chasing rapid transformation. What this really suggests is a growing prioritization of high-impact, low-variance acquisitions early in the cycle, paired with disciplined asset management to sustain momentum through the mid-rounds. Closing thought, this 4-round mock isn't just about who goes where. It's a window into how teams are recalibrating their belts, braces, and playbooks for a future where talent density and coaching accuracy determine playoff odds more than ever. If you take a step back and think about it, the takeaway is simple. The draft is becoming a strategic sprint, not a cautious marathon. So I'm curious, how do you think your favorite team should balance flashy early moves with steady, homegrown development in the next couple of drafts? Drop your takes in the comments, and let's dissect the clever moves and the risky bets together.